Hello and welcome to David's World. Today we have the big box. I'm not kidding, it's big. It's not just big, it's heavy as well. Big, heavy. So I'm putting it in front of me. I haven't opened it, but I have seen a video from Glenn who opened this box. And that was the only way I found out about this box, because Zavvi did no advertising for it, which is a surprise. This box has 18 items in it and cost $39.99, so £40. So you could say quite easy, 18 items, £40, which ends up, I think on my calculation when I worked it out for his, was £2.22. So even just say $2.20. That is still a very low price. I just have to open it without bashing the camera. And of course, mine is also full of air. Full. Somewhere in the world there's an air shortage, because I have it all in these bags. So I would pick this box up, but I don't think I have the energy to do that anymore. And as you take it, I'm going to end up with something double. Because when I ordered the previous box, I hadn't ordered this box. So, but as we say, if I have two of something, one goes away to be the collector item, and one I will use. So for me, two of something isn't big. It just means I get to use something. Okay, so what shall we start with? We have one plastic bag, not good for young children. One Daredevil with a hole in it, mini bank. Made of plastic, with a stopper so you can actually get your money out. Because at one time somebody made a money bank and you couldn't get the money out without breaking it, which seems completely and utter. You physically got to buy a new money bank after you filled it and broke it, which means you're physically using the money in the money bank to buy a new money bank because you broke your money bank. That was long. So, one Daredevil, and as we say, every item has to be £2.20. Do you think we can £2.20 for each item? So, this item would be, how much do you think? How much could I find it? Could I find it? Sometimes I just say I can't find it, but yet I've been able to find many a thing. But never mind, we'll see. Now, I can price this item, because what I'm going to show you next is the Harry Potter socks. Now, the Harry Potter socks, and Zavvi in particular with socks, have been giving them away free, buying t-shirts and things like that. There is a Harry Potter t-shirt that was on offer, which came with 2 pairs of these socks for the same price. So therefore, they don't have a big value, and really you can find character thingy socks in the pound shop for £1 or even £2. So these just about creep into the £2.20 price range. What shall we go to next? We have our little eagle moss. Sure it was, is it? I think it is. But our little DC, it is Catwoman with a whip in her black leather costume. Shouldn't say that too often to many of you, but it is about 3 inches tall, so fairly small, and at that size the head isn't very big, so you don't have to put much detail into it. But that's our third item. Our fourth item, we are going to go to Nickelodeon, and we have this Nickelodeon collectible. As you take it, we are not going to open it. we are just going to leave it sealed. So, one Nickelodeon item. So that's 4 items down, 14 items to go. What shall we take out next? We'll go in this corner and we will take out our Star Wars item. Our Star Wars Star Trooper headlight. 2 LEDs, takes 2 CR 2025 3-volt batteries, which are the big flat ones, which you can buy a pack of, I think, 8 in the pound shop. So it isn't going to be that expensive to use. But came from Philips, so we'll hope that that is going to be decent then, since it is a named brand. So that was 5 items. Or 6 item. This is going to get confusing because I'll forget my number eventually. We are going to go back to Batman. And of course this is a Loot Crate item, which is always a pity. I still think boxes should be individual and get to their own things, not buy stock off other companies, although it does. But you see, many people will have this item because they'll have had a Loot Crate. Since I never ever subscribed to Loot Crate, I actually don't have the item. So we have a Batman black mug with the night sky of Gotham City. See, I do know Batman. It's printed on the bottom. It is black inside and out, similar to that other mug from my other box. It comes wrapped up in some tissue paper. So we'll put it in the bottom, fold it back up, and put it back in its box, since we now know there's nothing wrong with it. My little connector will not go down its little hole. There you go. Got it now. So, 1 mug. So, we're on to our 7th item. Nearly forgot. So, we'll go for something which I do already have. It's, once again, another Loot Crate item. And I got this in one of the boxes recently. It's a Cylon Fighter. Cylon Raider 4.5, and I think it does have some nice. Why is he loose? Some nice value to it. It's not a bad item, you know. It would have been nice having one of the other side one, but there you go. We now go to Terminator. Is that 8 item, is it? Yeah, yes. I'm starting to forget. So we're going to Terminator and a skull. Now, since I haven't seen what this looks like, we carefully open the box and slide out a skull, because I think the plastic will mess around with it. No stand, so that must going to be standard. So the skull, well, there's no, but you know, it would have been nice if the light, the eyes lit up red, you know, but it's just plastic skull with detail, but I think it would have looked better if it lit up. But that's only me. And I now can't remember how it went back into the box. Face down, face down. I've passed the IQ test. I've now got it in its plastic. So, back in its box. and staring at me. One Terminator skull. And next, as we said, I ordered this box before I knew what was in it. So this one has been covered in bubble wrap. It is Call of Duty Skull, which I got in my other box before that box took quite a while to arrive. Quite a lot of my orders that I've ordered have took a long time to arrive. I am still waiting for an item to come which hasn't yet come, and it's about over 2 weeks now. So, one Call of Duty Skull. That should be easy. I should know the price of that because I've already probably looked it up on that other box. Right. We have our Star Wars beanie hat, light purple with in white in a plastic embossed item with it written on. It has its tag and I am leaving it sealed up. So a one beanie hat. I would never wear something of that colour, even if it is. So there you go. What have we got? I'm going to leave the pops because there is 3 of them in here to last. And what we're going to go to is our books. And of course, we have one of them because it is Star Trek. Now there is a bit of a worry that they're not going to do the Star Treks anymore since their Threads box has now put a different book in it. And does that mean we only have the books that we have, which are books 1 to 9 and book 14? So this one needs book 10 or we won't know what happens to them. But this one isn't in any plastic. So that means I have 2 of these ones. My record is that I actually have 3 book 5s. And that's why I'm saying different boxes should dedicate to not just using everything that everybody else has. So my other book is totally sealed up, which is good, which means I'll just put it away as it is. And it's Volume 9, Bloom, Batman. So it does feel nice and it's plastic. It's got curve edge rather than a flat thing. It does feel like a very nice book. And it says it's $25. $25. Although anything can have whatever price it wants on it, because it never says that's what it's going to sell for. Because at some point it won't sell for that price. Right. Now, we have opened one of these before, but I'm quite happy to have another one. We have, look great, Captain America Shield, 1940s. Now, I opened this before. I said I really liked it because it was a solid item, so therefore I now have one which I can take out and you display it. So, one Captain America Shield. So we have one Game of Thrones. Very nice looking notebook. That side has The Night is Dark and the other side has Full of Terrors. It has red edges to its paper. And I would really like to use this. I might give it to myself for my Christmas present, because this is really, it's not too big, and I could do with a new book. Nice enough. So, one book. Paying £2.20 for that. You can't get that. I think the cheapest books you can get, which are like this similar style, is about £5 or more. So, one book. I am going to leave the largest item to last, and I am very happy to get the largest item and I hope it's alright in its box, because the largest item, I know its price on Amazon. Okay, so let us start and see what pops we got. Which would be interesting because I won't just put the Amazon price for the pops, I'll probably have a look and see what they are on the Funko app as well. So let's quick look. They're doing a lot better wrapping them up now. So I am not going to say this name. But it is a baddie. That's his name. I won't get that right. Corvus. I don't remember him, but there you go. But he is one ugly, red-eyed thing. So, very nice looking. I think his head moves. It better do or it's broke. But his head's moving in the box. You hear the noise? Yep. So, one Avengers pop, and there is one tiny little crease right there. But, nothing, I'll get it into its pop protector. And next, we have Black Panther 387, Ulysses Clune. He seems to have a hand that can break into a weapon. That's something you don't see every day. Well, certainly not when you're in the supermarket. So there's... doesn't look like anything that bad. So we'll get that into a protector. And our final pop. So this has to be item 17. I lost. And I think I have this one, unless this is a different version. I think it may be a different version. But the last time I got the pop of this name, it was from B&M and it was a £5. So this is Gamora from Galaxies of the Guardians of the Galaxies. Not Galaxies of the Guardians. Well, if you want to do it that way around, you can. 277. And there's dust on the box. There's dust all over the top of this box. You will never see that, so there's no point in me trying to show you, but there is dust. So it just shows how long these sit on the shelves for. But as you take it, it probably wasn't a very popular pop. Some aren't. So, just checking that that is all. But the one big item. The item which made me want to buy this box really. So even with the doubles that I knew I would have, this item itself on Amazon is worth $39.99 delivered. So it is 10.5 inches, 27.305 centimeters. It is the giant holiday Wonder Woman. Now let's hope this is not damaged. There is two little dents in the lid, but I don't know how they got in. But this will of course be getting put away. This is maybe the only time this is coming out, unless I use it to come out at Christmas. I'm going to need the knife. It is time for a delicate operation. You see, the polystyrene goes completely around the item in two separate halves. And to keep them together, there is a line of sellotape. To physically open, you have to cut all the way around, very carefully, not too deep, because you don't want to scratch the contents. think I'm around. We have the magnetic display. And we carefully take her out. One of our little one of her little beads has come off where it belongs. I have one coloured bead running around in the plastic bag. There you go. One of the little green. It's hard to get it in your fingers, it's that small. See? One of those little lights has come out of, I think, that one there. She has a tiniest bit of... I don't know what that was going to protect. Now this box is heavy, so the base is in this bit. But I am not going to put it together. But let's see how close we can get to focus on it. It does have some weight to it. The red is nice and shiny. And the pins on the bottom, that's what goes into the base. See, these are immensely delicate. And that bit there is where the bulb came out. When you look at her mouth, it's almost like she's got little fangs when you see her smiling. Don't think we can focus that close. But the eyes, it's like she's gone mad. But as you take it, come back to me, camera. Yes, there you go. As you take it, it is heavy, it is solid, it is nice looking. And it is very delicate. So I think I'll put it back in this box after I've stopped the video. So that was our 18 items, £2.22 per an item. Now, hopefully I've found the price of all of them, and I'll give you the price of how much that totals for the items. Anyway. And say that is a lot of money to spend, but there was a lot of items, so therefore it more justified spending that much money. So, thank you for watching. I know this was probably pretty long for you, so you go and have a cup of tea and a lie down. So please like, comment and subscribe. Hit that bell for your notifications, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now. Now, I am putting this on the end of this video because I've only just found it out. So, in the 10 box, which is the 1999 one, versus the one we have just opened and what you've seen in it, which came to a very large amount of over £120, people keep us saying, I wonder what was in the 10 box. Well, someone made a list, and if we match up the items in the 10 box to the 18 box, which we can do, except for 3 items which weren't in our 18 box, which are in the 10 one. So, this is what was said to be in the 10 box. The Harry Potter socks, the Battlestar Galactica Raider figure, the beanie hat, the Call of Duty skull glass, the Terminator head. They said there was a Funko Pop from Black Panther, and since ours was the Ulysses one, it's highly likely, or very much likely, that that is probably the one that comes. And the Game of Thrones notebook. Those items were listed as being in the 10. The 3 items that weren't in the 18 but are in the 10 were a Mona Funko Pop, a Matrix puzzle, and a key holder. Those 3 items didn't show up in the 18 box but seem to be in the 10 box. So is it worth getting 2 boxes? The dear one and the cheap one? No, not really, because what makes the 18 box is the big statue, and you don't get any of the big statue in the 10 box. So the big box is the better value box. So just in case you were wondering, that was one that was in the 10 box. Well, that's what I was told, so if they're all the same, that's what it is. So once again, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for your notifications, and I will really now see you on the next video. Bye for now.